Hey sis, have you ever felt like deep in your gut, you couldn't explain to anybody else, but you knew that there was something more for you, that there was something that was missing in your life, in your finances, but you knew in your gut that you could do something about it? That is what we call in our culture, you know when you know. That feeling might be God nudging you, saying to you, finally, it is your season to step into your six figures as a creator. If you're feeling that in your gut, if you're feeling it in your very core, it's time. So, welcome back to the Little Oil Podcast. I'm Angela, a former teacher, woman of faith, and a full-time creator now. And I'm so super grateful to God for that. I help women just like you start a simple online business that brings in real income using your skills, using your knowledge, using your story that you actually already have. I call it your little oil, and that comes straight from the scripture in 2 Kings 4. Check it out. It's a story that will change your life. Listen, you are not like everybody else chasing the dollar for clout. That's just not who you are. And I get that because I'm the same way. I knew that I had gifts. I knew that I had talents, the abilities that I have. I recognized them very clearly. And I knew that God would use them and allow me to position them to get wealth. Just like he said in Deuteronomy 8:18, for I have given you the power to get wealth. But I knew that I had to be very careful because I did not want to just chase the dollar. It was more about profit for me. It was more about my purpose and my passion. And if you are a woman of faith, you get that. Maybe you are a teacher or a mom or just someone who's tired of letting your gifts sit on the shelf while the year just slips by. And what if I told you that right now, you are halfway through 2025. Even though half the year is gone, here's the beautiful part. You can actually make more in the next 6 months. You can actually make more between July and December of 2025 than you did all of last year. You're tired of the status quo. You're tired of not doing what you know you were created to do and losing money all at the same time. Hear me out and stick with me on this, because today I'm giving you the 7 clues that you can use, the 7 clues that you are ready to be a 6-figure creator, even if your bank account doesn't show that yet, even if your audience is still small. Even if it scares you to say it out loud, you're going to pull back the curtain on what is really possible for you. So by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly if it's time to finally launch that digital product, because that is what's going to get you to your six figures the fastest. It's a simple path, sis. I know that it may seem complicated and you've been doing a lot of researching and you have clock hours beyond a measure on trying to figure out how this works by watching YouTube videos and TikToks and Instagram reels and posts. Sis, I'm going to show you the simple way to make money online, and it is through a digital product. And because you know when you know, because you know when you know, today is the day for you to literally move out on faith and step on that gut feeling that you have to finally achieve that 6 figures that you know you can achieve. So let me talk about the problem, because we got to figure out what the problem is, and we got to figure out where the root of that is to get through this overwhelm and doubt that you are feeling. For so many women, it's starting to look dangerously familiar where you are right now, because you've been in this cycle over and over again. Your gifts, your expertise, your testimony, they are still untapped. And because you are holding all the things that God has given you, your gifts, your talents, all those abilities you have, because you're holding them hostage, That is why you're not seeing the growth financially that you know you can achieve as a six-figure creator. I know this is true because I was that girl back in the day. I was her. So I can tell you that it's time to be real. And your bank account is reflecting that hostage standoff between the gifts that you have inside of you, the talents that you have inside of you, and the actual move that you need to make. We're going to figure out if you are actually sitting on six figures today, because you're probably sitting on it even though you realize it, and you're stuck and you are frozen and can't move. So let's go ahead and dive in to these 7 clues. If you see any of them, even if not all 7, if you see any of the 7 clues that I'm going to share with you today, you're in a good position. You are ready to move forward. I'll take 1. I can work with that. You got one out of these 7? I can work with that. Let's go ahead and move into those 7 right now. I'm going to add my iPad on the screen for you, and we're going to get into it one at a time. Pay attention to all 7. And what I would do is get a sticky note or your favorite journal or your favorite notes app, and go ahead and write down the ones you actually see in your life so that you can capitalize on them. And by the end of this video, I'll show you exactly what to do with them. So stick around. Give me a thumbs up if you are enjoying this so far, if it's resonating with you, if you feel like I'm talking to you today. Give me a thumbs up and go ahead and type 7 for me, or my 7. Type that in the comments if you are ready to go into this path with me. So let me go ahead and add some information on my screen for you. Let's get into these clues. So I'm going to start with 7 clues. You're ready to make six figures as a creator. All right, let's get into them. So clue number 1 is you actually believe. Let's go number 1. You actually believe you can make 6 figures. You actually believe you can make 6 figures. Literally, you have to believe it. And you have to replace those old voices of yours. Who am I to sell something? Who am I to actually share what I know? I'm not techie enough. I don't have a big enough audience. All those limiting beliefs, they have to go. You are more than enough. You have what it takes. If other women can take what they know and make 6 figures online, you are no different. I'm not smarter than you. I'm not better than you. I just figured out how to package what I know and connect it with the people that are already looking for the solutions that I have. That's all you're going to do. So dispel all the myths, get all the limiting beliefs out of your head, and first believe that you are a 6-figure creator. And how are you going to believe that? Know that what you have is enough. Share what you have. Be brave. Take the leap. And I promise you, if you have an offer or a solution that people are already looking for, then you already are a 6-figure creator. So step 1 is to believe you can make the 6 figures. Step number 2, whoops, don't need that. Step number 2, set your financial goals. So set your financial goals. And basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna map out the exact six figures that you want to achieve. You're gonna map out what you want to achieve, the goal that you want to achieve financially. I teach this in my challenge with what I call the money mindset map. On day one of the challenge, we set the actual goal that we want to achieve as a creator. And that simply means write out whatever six figures you want to create. It could be, it could be $150,000. All right. Let's say, for instance, that is what you want to make. $150,000. The first thing you do is you write out that six-figure goal. Write it everywhere you can. On a sticky note, put it on your refrigerator. On a sticky note, put it on your mirror in your bathroom. Put it on your phone as a screenshot. You gotta set the goal. And once you decide what six figures you actually want to achieve, then you have to decide how you want to achieve it. What do you want it to look like? How do you want it to fly into your bank account? Do you want to make six figures a year? Do you want to make six figures a month? Do you want to make six figures in a day? Perhaps you want to make six figures in an hour. That is really possible, depending on the offer that you have. What I'm saying to you is this: you have to set the goal first. And setting the goal to becoming a six-figure creator is what is going to allow you to start getting paid now instead of later. Why? Because you made it real, because you have solidified the goal that you want to achieve and you put it in motion. Is writing it down, putting it in motion? Absolutely it is. You know well as I do, the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. You have to write it down. And so setting that financial goal is super important. Let me make this look like it's a word. It's going to bother me if I don't. That might be a little bit better. Okay. Number 3, you have to create a clear plan to actually get your desired six figures. So create a clear plan. Got to have it. Create a clear plan. Just writing make more money in your agenda, or just writing make more money on your vision board is not going to cut it this year. That is not going to cut it this time. You want the exact steps to create something once, and it definitely needs to be a digital product. And you need the plan to sell it over and over again. You have to create the plan. That is what a six-figure creator does. And it starts with one simple sellable product. One simple sellable digital product. And so the plan that you create to sell it, if you have that, if you are working on that, that is a clue that you are a six-figure creator. Shooting from the hip, hoping for the best every day. That day is over. That plan is super important. I'll talk a little bit about that plan more in just a bit. Clue number 4. Number 4 is super important. Without number 4, none of this is possible. Number 4, you want to carve out intentional time on your agenda. So intentional time on your agenda. I can't even begin to tell you how important that is. Maybe it's 30 minutes before work. Maybe it's some time that you carve aside when you put the kids to sleep or down for a nap. But deciding that it's worth putting on your calendar is vital. You have to put it on your calendar. Why? Because that proves, putting it on your calendar proves that you are intentionally going to get this done, right? Your job is on your calendar. Paying the bills is on your calendar. So your new creator business, your new creator journey, it has to be on your calendar to make it real. And so I'm a full-time creator now, but when I was a teacher, when I was teaching full-time, I had to be very strategic about how to achieve my six-figure goal. So I would make clear, intentional time on my agenda to get the things done in my plan that I knew I needed to get done to make my six figures work. So if I needed to record and I needed to carve out some time to do that, I would record a short on my way to school. I would record a short on my way back from school. I would carve out 3 hours in the evenings from 7 to 10 to work on my creator business. So I know that it's going to be challenging for you if you're not a full-time creator yet, but you will get to full-time creator status very fast with this sellable digital product I'm going to share with you in just a bit. But no matter where you are on your day, you got to carve out some time to make this work. And the sooner you implement this clear plan I just told you about, the sooner you're going to be full-time to make this 6 figures. All right. Number 5 is huge. And I want to try to take my time with this, because if not creating intentional time on your agenda is a deal breaker for your 6 figures, number 5 is the one that will definitely stand in your way, especially if you want to get there now. And number 5 is your actions are bigger than your comfort zone. So actions bigger than comfort. Let me take my time with this. Doing things as your old self is not going to serve you well right now, because your old self and the way you behaved before has gotten you where your bank account is now. So you can't depend on her to get you to your 6 figures. Doing things your old self means that you didn't feel like filming, so you didn't. It means that you're not posting yet because you don't feel like it's perfect. It means that you would ask for the sale, but you're scared because you don't want to hear no. That's your old self. None of that is going to get you to your 6 figures. I want to introduce you to your new you. You know when you know. You know when you know. Your new you says, I don't feel like being on camera, but I'm going to put on a little makeup. I have a video out there on my YouTube channel called Lotion, Lips, and Lashes. Look, put on a little lotion on your face, put a little lip gloss on, and add some extensions if you don't have any lashes, or a little mascara if you do. Lotion, lips, and lashes, and hit record, friend. Your new you says, I'm going to record even if I don't feel like it. I'm going to get on camera and I'm going to share my story. I'm going to share my experiences. I'm going to share my skill, and I'm going to connect all that to the offer that I know that my audience is looking for, and I'm going to get it done. If you can't do a 30-minute video, if you can't do a 12-minute video, which is the sweet spot between 8 and 12 minutes, record a short, 30 seconds. 30 seconds to 3 minutes is what you have for a short. Do something, all right? Old self says, I don't feel like it. New self says, I'm getting on camera and I'm pressing record. New self says, I'm going to post now even if it's not perfect. No, I don't have my brand colors yet. No, I don't have a logo yet, but I know what I'm talking about when it comes to training a dog, or I know what I'm talking about when it comes to teaching a 3-year-old their ABCs. People want that information and they are willing to pay for it. So your new you says, I am going to post what I have because people are waiting for it, even if it's not perfect. New you says, I'm going to ask for the sale because I'm no longer afraid to hear no. No doesn't always mean no. No sometimes means not yet. And if it's a no, it's the best information or the best news you can get, because now you know what to do to say to the person who actually wants it. Okay. I can go all day. This is a video alone by itself. But your actions, y'all, your actions, if you don't get that together, then you are going to delay the 6 figures that are literally waiting on you. There are 6 figures in the earth that is looking for your bank account, but it can't find it because the actions don't guide them there. Your actions have to guide the money where to go. Okay, number 6. That's it for me. Number 6. Number 6, you're connected to growth energy. Connected to growth energy. I can't even begin to tell you. I know I say that a lot. I got to stop saying that. Oops, wrong color. That's not going to work. Connected to growth energy. What that means is you are learning from other women who have already done it. That you're doing that now by being on this podcast. Very good. But you don't want to stop there. Just watching and consuming content is not the only part of the process. Yes, you want to connect by watching reels, watching my videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, if you want to, because I got more coming, baby. I'm never going to stop creating ways for you to succeed in life and in business. But watching and consuming info or information is not where it starts. You have to connect in a way where you are synergized. In other words, you are making actions and people are gleaning from you, and the actions that they are doing, you are gleaning from them. That's called synergy, and that's exactly the culture I've created in my Cura Circle. It's the community that I created for women just like us to start, build, and profit online. And so soaking up other people's strategies that we share freely and generously inside the Cura Circle in the community. That's what I wanted to create very intentionally. I created what I needed when I started out, so that it can stop feeling like a long shot and it can start feeling like the next step. The Cura Circle, we are in there getting it done. All right, so connecting yourself to people who are doing what you are doing is super vital. Stay connected. And I know that I said consuming information is good, and it's not the only step, and here's why. When you are on TikTok, when you are on Instagram, social platforms like that, you can scroll and maybe get some information or motivation or tactical information on a specific post. And that's good. But what's going to happen when you scroll up? Now it's going to be a baby crying and the mama figuring out how to stop the baby from crying, and then the dog barking, and then somebody trying to steal something from Walmart. That is too distracting. You got to get somewhere where everything that you're consuming is all based on one solid goal and everybody's doing one solid thing. That's why it's important to be part of community. And that's why it's important to be part of the Cura Circle, because we're not in there talking about the last time we tried to train our dog to go poop at a certain time. We're in there talking about how to make money online. All right. And number 7, which is super important. Number 7, you got to check in with yourself, not just your dreams. Ooh, y'all. Ooh, y'all. Ooh, y'all. Check in with yourself. Super important. Super important. Now, there are going to be several check-ins that I'm going to teach you, and you're going to learn this about me because I'm very intentional about actions. You can check in with your dreams. That is checking in on your actions. You need to do that. But checking in with yourself is checking in on the person who is responsible for doing the actions. In other words, every 3 to 5 days, you want to check on your actions to say, okay, check off, yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. That meaning the actual things that are necessary to accomplish to get to your 6 figures. But you also need to check in with you and say, why didn't I complete or accomplish task number 3? Oh, I completed task number 1 and number 2, but I can see right now that task number 3, I didn't complete it. Why? That's checking in with yourself. And if task number 3 is not done in 3 days on a soft check-in, and especially in 7 days on a hard check-in, you can put the list to the side, because now you got to figure out why is number 3 not done. Fix that. Fix her in that area. And when you check in on yourself and fix that, when you go back to getting number 3 done, it's going to be done. These 7 clues, that is super important. So I know you're thinking, Angela, I see myself on all 7 of these clues. What's missing? I'll tell you what's missing. You need a simple product. I don't care if you already have a full-fledged coaching program or a full-fledged mentoring program or a community. You want to get to 6 figures between July and December. Keep that. Don't get rid of it, but you need to circle back to starting with one simple product and sell that one simple solution and get to your 6 figures so much faster. So what am I saying to you now? What am I saying to you now? Getting to 6 figures between July and December is a simple, single, focused strategy. I'm telling you, because I've done it myself. I've created every creator-driven opportunity that there is out there. And there are 7 of them. I have them all. I have a community. I have speaking. I have coaching. I have it all. And when I circle back and just decided to single-mindedly focus on one thing, that start getting me so much more traction. You just need the one something to get to where you want to be in your six figures right now and not later. So you just need a product. And the template that I'm going to share with you right now is the exact structure you need to create a sellable six-figure worthy digital product. And you can do it in under an hour without guessing what pages you need to design it. Okay, so maybe you're realizing it too this whole time, that you thought you needed more followers, that you thought you needed a perfect funnel, that you thought you needed the algorithm to love you to become a six-figure creator. You just need these 7 clues evident in your life and one simple sellable offer. Let me show you what that looks like. This is an instant digital product template. And this template is going to give you the one simple sellable product that you need. Sis, if you see all of the clues that you are a six-figure creator, this is the one thing that you have left to put in motion to get to the 6 figures. And so your product name will go here on the cover page. Now, that product name needs to be the exact transformation that your audience is looking for. It can't be, I'm finally living in my dream now. Nobody cares about your dream except me. What I'm saying to you is this name right here on the front cover needs to be the transformation that your audience is looking for. And if you go through the actual template, you'll see you have your copyright page done, your content section, very good, your pre-start section, your overview, meet the author. This is how you're going to create your digital product in under an hour. This growth journey map is a game changer. Everybody is not going to have this in their digital product. Your digital product is going to be set apart because you have a visual of exactly what your audience is going to do with whatever steps you have to achieve the goal, to solve the problem, to get to their happy place through your product. All right. So you need to get this because it's going to allow you to put your knowledge, your expertise on paper faster in under an hour by just filling in the template. So by the time you get through filling it all in, you have a product that you can actually sell and get to your 6 figures right now. If you have the 7 clues in your life, or even just one of them, you can start the process to getting to your 6 figures between now and July. I'll take one. And if I had to look at any of these clues, I would say the one that you need to do or have in your life is number 5, your actions. Your actions got to be bigger than your comfort zone. Because truth be told, I can get the other 6 in your life real quick. As a matter of fact, I just might do one podcast on each clue because they're that important. But if you can get number 5, if you can get yourself to move past your comfort zone, if you can get yourself to move past your fear, the other 6 I can help you get. Just stay connected. Stay connected. And that one clue, number 5, which is being able to move past your comfort zone with your actions, with this template, you are good to go. The other parts, yes, you're going to need them. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to need them, but you can add them in your life as you grow. Not as you go, as you grow. Not as you go, as you grow. So you need number 5 clue, if you've been tracking and writing them down, and you need this template to move in the direction of making your 6 figures. If you have at least number 5 ready to go, you can see that clue in your mind, you can see that clue in your life, drop I'm ready if you're ready to go. Sis, I want to be real with you for a second. I want to be real. You don't need another freebie. You don't need another freebie. You need to create something that you can sell, and you need to be able to create it now. And that's why the template is so important, because the template is a plug and play. I've designed it in a way that by the time you plug in your expertise, you already have the product that you're going to sell. So you're going to take your knowledge, your expertise, your story, your skills that you've been sitting on for years. And you're going to finally put it into a product that your audience is looking for. And it doesn't even have to be a huge audience. You just need to be able to get it out there. And this is the best way to do it. I promise you, you are going to be where you need to be in a very short period of time. So grab the template. It is here. One thing I want to share with you in the template before I move today, these are all stylized content pages, and you can use any of these pages to add your content into. But another thing that I created for you in this template is huge. And that is, let me get to it, the workspace. You got to create a workspace for your people to do the work. Why? Because if you don't, they'll buy it from you. It'll be held hostage on their desktop and say, oh, that was nice. But if you give them a space to do the work, they will do the work, and then you will be the hero. And then when you begin to grow more and scale your business, they're going to buy whatever you have next. Why? Because you help them get to the thing that you know that they can do. And that is why on this last page, I have for you already ready to go, your next level page. It is where you position your next offer. So if you already have coaching, then you would put the coaching, the very next logical thing they're going to do with you to move forward. Why? Because they're not going to be able to do everything in this digital product. Neither should they. The digital product is to help them to get to a win fast, get to a win easy, get to a win immediately. You want them to solve their problem fast, easy, and right away. It has to be something that they can do right away. So super important. This is a game changer. So get the template. I will put the link in the description for you so that you can grab it. And you can go grab it and go. All right. If you needed a sign, this is it. Why? Because you know when you know, when you know. And after today, after hearing these 7 clues, maybe you finally see it clearly. You're not waiting on the perfect time. You're not waiting on a bigger audience. You're not waiting on more knowledge because God's already given you everything you need to get wealth. You're waiting on you. So, however many clues you see in your life, that's a very good sign. You need the template. The link is in the description. And you need to get your product out there. Thank you so much for joining me for the Little Oil Podcast. There's only one more thing that I need to say. Little is much when God is in it. So what will you do with your little oil? It's Angela Tessino here. I'll see you next Thursday for the Little Oil Podcast.